What's up? What's up? We're back. Patterdale Talk Wednesdays. You know how we do come here and talk anything and everything Patterdale. Sponsored by the PTCA and the New England Patterdale Terrier Club, of course. I got my boy, my bro, Jayden, and
Yeah.
yeah, some of the people I interview on, I actually never met until we interview. You know what I mean? Until I interview
Mhm.
them, but me and Jayden actually hunted together a couple of times, and
Mhm.
dug together and had a couple of little scares together once. Not
Mhm.
nothing crazy, but
Mhm.
just little shit that comes with the game. But you want
Mhm.
to say, you want to introduce yourself a little bit more, say anything, bro, before
Nothing
I get
much.
into like the questions and stuff.
You already said my name. I ain't been into him too long. A few years. I don't know too much. I just like doing my research. And I just
Mhm.
love the game. So here to talk dogs. That's it.
Mhm. 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 Of course. When did you So you said it hasn't been too long. So when did you first get into Patterdale?
All right. My first dog was like 2020. I heard about him by like 2 months before I got one. I'm like, I gotta get one. Back then, like when you research Patterdale, you search Patterdale up. The only thing you'll get is like Roughneck Kennels, first thing to pop up, and then you'll see a whole bunch of old forums like 2011. People talking
Yeah.
about dog stuff. So like it's really hard to find like information. It's really like pretty much the best breeders, who to get them from, how to hunt them, where to hunt them. But yeah, I contacted Fulford. I'm in Ohio, but he out here in Ohio with me. So I grabbed a mail from him out of from Gail Keaton from who's she out of Newt and Penny. Yeah, but I got her. I had her for like 2 years before I even got to hunt a dog. Really, I had her. I was doing like above ground work and stuff. And I had her checking holes and stuff, but she wasn't like I didn't know what I was doing. Um, I did end up getting another male like a year in that when I had her, an older male. He was like 3 years old. His name was Gump. I got it from Steven Bumpers. He sent it from me. He sent them to me free too. Um, he was a booth dog, like double inbred, like sister brother bred, and then the pair off of that sister brother bred. But he was crazy. And so the first time I ever seen a dog touch a piece of game was him. And it was me
Mhm.
myself, getting a raccoon in the cage. And he got that raccoon. He killed the raccoon in like 3 seconds. I'm like, all right, got him another one. Next day, it was two in the cage. I let him in the cage. He got both of those and like by himself for like a minute. I
So
let my girl in there one of them.
you was just testing them before you went and brought them
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Like I said, I
Cause
didn't
you
really
had
even know
seen, yeah,
about.
no, no,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I didn't even know too much about even putting them in the ground. I just knew like, all right, they're supposed to go after fur. It's like, but yeah, but like learning what they do, he taught me that pretty much, like how they supposed to go after game. Um, he ended up he died on me a little bit. I don't know what happened. He just ended up dying on me, but um, kept that female a little bit. I started getting, more into doing more research into the game. Got in
Mhm.
contact with Calvin, Dan Ashlock. Started learning a lot more about the dogs. And I learned like she wasn't really what I needed. She wasn't hard enough, pretty much. It was a few things that like she was missing. That like when I would go see like other people and talk to other people, like she didn't have that. And so I confirmed it. I'm like, all right, let me go see Shahid. I don't remember the first time I talked to Shahid. The first time I called him, and for his first thing he said, "Come out, come hunt with us."
Mhm.
I go out there. I had a I had another Patterdale. I had a 4-1. His name was Casper. He was from Fulford too. Who were they hunting that day? We had Payday, we had Shadow, we had Fire out. And this Fire was young too. She ain't had no gray on her either. I just looked at that video earlier today too. But yeah. But those are my first dogs I ever seen in the ground. They went to get a groundhog. I got the whole thing recorded. It was like a 20-minute dig. But yeah, that was my first time seeing what they supposed to do and learning. I'm like, okay, I'm into it now. So
Oh, great, and
I,
Not to interrupt you real quick. Grit and Grin Terriers and Lurchers. Got a
Mm-hmm.
question for you. Well, maybe a question for us. Would you have a hard keep dog if it worked really well? Yeah.
I can't really say that no more because I had one. That Jag I had, those keep on the Jags, like there's no other. The loudest dogs in the world, first of all. And then I don't even really know how to describe it. Like
See, I
they're
never
using
had
the
it yet.
cage. Yeah, they're like real.
I
They're
hear,
not
yeah.
powdered. Yeah, I love them to death, but they're hard to keep for
But
sure.
what if? But did now? I seen him, but I didn't really see you hunt with him too much. Did he work really well? Because I think that's where the balance is at, the balance type thing. What's up, Jamie? Good
Now,
evening,
see,
man.
the thing with me is when I'm out here with myself, me and my dogs, it's just me and my dogs by myself. So I take him out. He's used to going out, checking everything, hitting whatever he can get. Me just watching him, him bringing it back, him doing his thing. It's like he was like a raccoon, like stormer. That's all he did. So he had raccoon and ragdoll. He used to take him out night after night. So that's what he knew. So when I took him out there with like Shahid, he saw other dogs. He like dogs. Like it was playtime. And so he
Yeah,
was
I
like,
know. He
yeah,
was kind of.
yeah. So yeah, that's my boy. I love him, but
So
yeah,
yeah,
it's
so
a
the
lot I
answer
could
for
have
you
dealt with
is
him.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've
It's
done a
kind of
lot.
like I could get another dog that works really good. That's not gonna put me through the bullshit as far as the keep.
You're right,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
perfect world,
is that basically what you're
pretty
saying?
much. Yeah, but in a perfect world, if I had like the space, and I would go buy my boy back. Like I go ask Marcy right now. Like I give him a price to get my boy back right now.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. All
Yeah.
right, what was you saying?
Uh, what was that? Oh, my male I took out there to G. So we put him on the groundhog, like the ones that fire caught. And he went at it 4 months. And that's like, all right, I got something. So I got him back home. We got him. I had him on a few like possum, like a raccoon. Um, I stopped for a little bit. We took like a little break for like maybe like 4 or 5 months. I got him another coon. He baited and he didn't like it. And so I was a lot more, like young, ignorant at the time. He was gone literally within the next like 2 weeks. And I never talked about to the dude that had him ever since then. I missed that boy too, but yeah, he was gone. But yeah, being with Shahid messed me up a lot because you know how his program is with his dogs. Like his dogs, if they can't be with his program, they got to go. And
Yeah,
my
if
thing,
they're not
yeah,
if they're not
exactly. My
willing
thing
to
is my
friggin'
program is different
die
from
in the
his
ground
program.
and act ridiculous, yeah.
Exactly. But the dogs that I need to hunt up here are different from the dogs that I used to hunt out there, and that ain't really translate well for me. So like, I'm taking my dogs out here, taking them out there. They laughing at me, but like, yeah, I hunted with Shahid like 3 to 4 years before I even talked about getting a dog for him, before he even mentioned a dog to me. So
Okay.
yeah.
So now what was your do you have, and this is something I just, ask everyone. Do you have, I mean, you got dogs from full fur. You said you had a booth. Do you have a favorite bloodline? Or like one or two bloodlines that are just, that really you happen to like a lot right now?
Um, Nutso, he made me like that Nuddle blood a lot. Like I've always heard about the Nuddle stuff, and it's really consistent. But
Mm-hmm.
seeing that cross with like what Shahid has, and seeing what that can even produce, I like him a lot. Um, you made me like the Mason shit a lot. Sin is the first Mason dog I ever seen to like at that quality and like at that level.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
love. Um, but I got Nuddle Mason. Those pretty much like the same thing too. So and then Shahid, Golden. I can't go without saying Golden.
Yeah, yeah, all the golden dogs definitely work.
Or but yeah.
What was your
But if I have to go, My bad.
Go ahead.
Like
What
if I,
was you gonna say? Go ahead. Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
like as a favorite, if I had to go like get one right now for somebody, it would be a golden one, obviously. So yeah.
Actually, hold on. Yeah, Jamie's in here, so
Damn.
I think we might have. And those who know that are in here all the time, we always bring this up. Some of you guys probably already know what I'm gonna say, but as far as I think we might have spoke about this before hunting. But would you want a dog with more nose or more mouth?
So listen, right? Perfect medium would be the best, obviously. But if I had to choose one far to each side, I would go with mouth. I'm gonna go with mouth because we're not gonna fit into a lot, but whatever we can fit into, we can hold it, we can engage with it. You know, if you got the team behind it, we gonna get to it.
I
Uh-huh.
gotta, I gotta, I gotta start a poll or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I should have did. I'm gonna start a poll.
Yeah, you can have a dog with the best nose in the world, you can find everything in the world, but like if you don't have a mouth, you know, it's gonna make your digging 10 times harder.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
actually experienced that. So that's why lately I've been kind of like 60
exactly.
40 more mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm leaning more mouth now, to be honest.
Yeah, but you know, you guys gotta act that
Yeah,
and
you got a
get you
perfect.
get
Yeah, you got a perfect medium though. San is like perfect right so she got a perfect mouth and she got a perfect
right.
nose.
Yeah, right now she looking like she a good 50-50. I
Mm-hmm.
know her nose hasn't really guided her wrong or guided us wrong yet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So far, but we still got a lot of work to do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I don't know if
But
you told anybody. My
huh?
bad. I don't
What
know
do
if
you
you told
say?
anybody about the plans you got where, but I'm looking forward to see how those turn out.
Oh yeah, we'll see. We'll
Real
see.
nice.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I ain't trying to rush nothing either. You know what I mean? So, but
Yeah,
with this game, anything can happen too. So,
yeah, right. That's why you remember we talked.
yeah,
Huh? That's what I told you.
yeah, exactly,
Especially with a
exactly,
worker like her,
exactly.
like anything can happen.
Yeah. That being said, what was your worst experience hunting? Let's start off
Mm.
with the bad, and then we'll go to the best. Your best day, but what was your worst experience hunting? Like,
Surprisingly, I've never been out and lost and been with anybody who's lost a dog.
okay,
Um, I've
yeah,
lost
that's
one of
tough.
my dogs under a garage before, and I've had to, that was a few hours trying to get down. There was a skunk under a garage. The Casper dog I told you I got. So
Hmm.
that was a scary experience. But other than that, no, nothing too scary. Like I said, working with Shahid, you can't be too scared about too much, and he'll get onto you if you hold the dog back from anything. So you gotta let the dogs go.
Yeah,
And I know
that's
where to go get one from if the worst
word,
happens.
word, word, word. Uh, Grit and grin. I think durability is also a big thing for pets that we take for granted. Okay, you might have to add that in the poll.
Mm-hmm.
Durability, and that's. I like that. Yeah, grit and grin. That's something that hasn't been brought up as far as the thing because there's definitely dogs, and some people might say, I don't know if you're saying durability like how long they could stay because there's a whole bunch of factors as far as how long they could stay down. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had too many stories, but I've seen too many like different bloodlines to get all up in it. But people have told me that they had dogs that was just better breathing and stuff when they were underground than other dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know if that had to
Yeah.
do with just that dog or the bloodline or whatever. Excuse me.
Yeah, genetics probably most likely. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, with that genetics, whatever that might be, you know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
there was that. But then he said, like you said, durability. So when you say durability, are you talking about are you talking about how long they could go? like I guess that stamina, but just to make it clear, are you talking about how long they could go, or how much of a beating they could take?
Mhm.
Which I'm guessing how much a beating.
That's what I'm thinking you're saying.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Yep. I mean, just
Yeah.
having tough skin and not being frail. Yeah, that I mean, actually one of the was it the last person? Might have been the last person we interviewed. They were saying that they don't think a dog's hard unless it's a dog that will grab, hold, or whatever. But when it gets bit back, it doesn't even make no noise. Because there's some dogs that they'll still go to work and they're still gonna hold, but when they get back, they do make a noise. You know what I mean?
There was some people upset about that one because I do know I've heard about my fair share of workers who love to like make a noise, especially when they get on game, whether it's excitement or like taking
But
damage.
I
But
think I don't.
yeah,
I would have to go back and look, but I think he was more saying. I think he was saying both. To be honest, I think he was saying excitement, but I think he was more pushing towards. I think he was more pushing towards making noise when they get bit back. You know what I mean?
I get it. Yeah.
Which my opinion on it was, you know, you might get you get dogs that might not make noise when they get bit back, but still, might not be as good as a dog that makes some noise when they do get bit back. So,
Yeah, and
you
it
know,
depends on, like I said, depend on what type of
yeah.
dog. Some dogs don't get bit like that. Some dogs got strategies and they figure out ways to like not take damage like that, depending on how often they work. You know how they gotta, you know what I'm saying? They gotta develop ways to not get damaged. Like a nut, so he's a straight nut, so he's a straight like a throat dog. So he'll go to the throat. He won't take no damage. So he can go game after game. You won't see any scratches or anything on him.
Mhm.
So it
Mhm.
really depends on what type of dog, honestly.
So serious. What up, fellas? What up? What up? So serious.
Yeah, man.
That's the downside of very small pets. Can be people be breeding them small and frail and not just small. Yeah. Anytime it's a small dog, there's a chance of it being frail, my opinion. But obviously in the
Mhm.
pat world, that's a little different because the heart they have and the beating they could take. But I mean, yeah, it makes sense. If the
Yeah.
dog's smaller, so it might be a little frailer. But that was kind of the conversation. So if you got a dog that puts in work, does everything it's supposed to, but when it gets bit, it makes a noise, does that make the dog frail? What do you
Nah,
think,
I don't
Jada?
believe that. No, I don't believe that.
Everyone else leave their comments in the chat. But yeah, if you have a dog that does everything it's supposed to, grabs, holds, will get to the neck, kill if necessary. But if it gets bit back, it's not gonna let go. I'm not saying it gets bit back and it lets go, or it tries to start just banging or something. But I'm talking about it doesn't let go, but when it gets bit, it makes a little noise. It might be one of them dogs that when it gets bit, it makes a little noise and shakes even harder type dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what's you guys' opinion on it?
Yeah, I don't think it really matter. I don't think it make it frail. Like I said, it depends on what aspect, you know, what is hunting and what is going on in the situation. To be
Hmm.
honest,
I agree. That guy
I
was
wouldn't just
saying
call
that.
a dog frail as soon as they get bit, though. No, like I said, I've heard of my fair share of workers who love to get bit. Bite will take a bite,
Yeah,
and blood
yeah. I
scream.
mean, I
They
would
keep
say
going. Yeah.
for me, that's kind of like with anything else too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's NFL players. Like, are you gonna call if Ray Lewis was still playing and he got hit hard once and someone laid him out once? Are you gonna call him frail? No,
Exactly.
it's Ray Lewis. He just got hit hard that day. You know what I mean? But
And then,
again,
yeah,
to each his own. You know what I mean? Everyone has their opinion. I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? Everyone has their opinion.
yeah.
So serious as that guy was saying the dog wasn't hard if they made noise when getting bit. Yeah, that's what we was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And that's for the most part, that's what and again, I'm not saying he's wrong. that's his opinion. I mean, we all
Yeah.
got our opinions, you know what I mean? If that's how he feels and that's how he goes about it, and that's what he looks for, dogs that don't make noise when they get bit. I mean, excuse me.
All right.
To to um to each our own, you know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah.
not mad at him at his opinion, but
If anything, though, if I had a choice, I would rather a dog get off a like a scream if it got bit or something, so we can know exactly when it engaged or something, like so we can get to digging.
well,
Like, yeah.
that's another thing I was saying is the actually when they make noise and
Hmm.
stuff like that, it actually helps you locate them.
Exactly.
There's times where we just, you could put your ear to the ground and be like, hold up. Yeah, he's right under here. We just gotta dig right here. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Of
Like a
course
dog.
you're gonna have the locator or the track or whatever, you know what I mean? But
Uh-huh. Like a
you're
dog
gonna
like Sam,
you have
she
the
a dog like
tracker.
you're gonna have to hear for the grunts of the groundhog or the raccoon. She not gonna make too much of a noise.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But then there's dogs that just make no noise, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because even Sin, I seen her maybe get bit and make a noise or something. And she still did what she was supposed to, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But it's not, it's the habit. It's not like she never did it as far as
All
my
right.
dog.
All right. I love that girl.
As long as thanks, appreciate it. As
Mhm.
long as it's doing the job it's supposed to do,
All right.
it's supposed to be doing what's the difference? Does it make yeah, exactly. I
Exactly.
mean, again, that was his opinion, and maybe that's how he's taught, and maybe that's what he likes is that he likes dogs that you know, don't make any noise. But
Mhm.
you know, I'm not faulting him. It just came up, so we talked. What I mean, it was something that Jayden said that made me bring it up. So,
Mhm.
but yeah,
Yeah.
that's his opinion, and that's what he goes with. You know, still blessings.
I get it. Let me see. It was one other thing. The post that I put up about it about the last spot. They got upset a few people. I was
Oh, the
basically yeah I was pretty
I
much talking
go
about
ahead.
imported dogs, and I was talking about Calvin.
Hmm.
I was pretty much saying like I think when he was on here, he was saying it like I think he was mentioning like he didn't really know. I mean, he knew it. Everybody he knew in the dogs, they wanted imported dogs still. Like it was still something that was like being done daily and it's sought after. And I just don't know how long. Like I think he was started talking about like he started off in Jags, correct? I could be wrong, but I just don't know how long he was in the Patterdale because all the people in the Patterdale, that's been something that's been done and like over and over again already, and like corrected, perfected already. And so when I put up that post, I was pretty much giving
I
Calvin
don't
explanation.
think I don't think yeah, all right, so I'll say two things. I don't think when he said it, he was saying that whoever he knows or him or the people around him was the first to do it. I think he was just saying they still do it.
Yeah, not even
And
saying that, but I'm
reason
saying
why,
like
but I mean, like you said that is that go ahead. My fault, go ahead.
yeah, not even saying that, but saying just like in the Patterdale game, it's not too many people just looking for imported dogs anymore. Mostly because like we've done that already. We've gotten our strains that's been imported already. Like I was saying, like number one example being like the AC strain. Like of course those
Mm-hmm.
people. I think of to be exact, I think it's like 7 people exactly who did it before Calvin. But like
Mm-hmm.
from my experience, just the way Calvin did it was kind of different than the way everybody else did it. Um, you went to those yards. Not only just Allen Cock, you went to a few other people's yards, and traveled like just see dogs with his own eyes and get the dogs. That's not the same as like importing a dog and getting the dog sent over. You know what I mean? Like,
Not at all, yeah.
but I just wanted to make that distinction as well. Um, but also didn't want to like not give credit to anybody else who did it as well. But for my generation, I do want to say Calvin is the one, that face of that from our
Mm-hmm.
generation of Patterdale. So like when we're talking about imported dogs and like a line has been perfected and corrected, and I will say I don't think the Cocker line would be half of what it was if it would even still be alive today if it wasn't for Calvin like a Dan Ashlock. So that's
Mm-hmm.
pretty much what I was saying with that. Wow.
Yeah, I think yeah, two things. I think when what was his name? Was it Church? I'm not still sorry about that. I forget his name, but yeah, I think when he said it, he was kind of saying that. I'm basically he was saying that a lot of people still look for dogs overseas more than in the U.S. If I'm not mistaken, is what he said. And um, the thing was, I think you were saying is that that's not true. That it's been done, and I don't think he was even saying that it has not been done. I think he was just
Like,
saying that people still want those dogs more now, which is not true, but it also depends what crowd you're in too. You know what I mean? The crowd
yeah,
he's in, whoever he speaks to, that might be their thing where because I've spoken to people where they're like, oh, my next 2-3 dogs are gonna be from overseas for whatever reason. You know what I
okay,
mean?
okay,
So you know what I mean? But that's one out of every 20 people I talk to. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
So,
But yeah,
you know, and then as far as the posts, I think, and what I said on the post, yo, and what I said on the post was that basically just because people were saying, oh, this person did this person did that, and it's
mhm,
like cool, that's true. But pe- I was saying basically what I commented was just because you're bigging up this person or shouting
mhm,
out this person doesn't mean that you're downplaying the other people.
mhm.
You just happen to be talking about that person right now. You know what I mean? Like if I'm
Absolutely.
talking about Randy Moss and his touchdowns and his scoring and his crazy catches, that don't mean
All right.
I don't like Jerry Rice. It
Exactly.
just we just happen I just happen to be talking about Randy Moss right now. I
Mhm.
might even like Jerry Rice more, but we're not talking about Jerry Rice right now. We just talking about Moss. I just happen to be talking about Moss right now, and that was
Right.
kind of like the thing with you is like you wasn't saying that Calvin's the only one to do it or he's the first one to do it and stuff like that. You was just
Exactly.
giving up props to him right now. That don't
Mhm.
mean you wasn't gonna give someone else props the week next week.
Yeah,
No one
absolutely.
knows. You could have said something to your head, oh, I'm gonna give props to someone once a week.
Right.
And you started with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The beautiful
You
thing
started
is
with
the
him.
post. The post got it got like 40 comments, but it was all
Yeah,
people
because some
mentioning
people was like,
different
oh,
people
this
though.
guy
Yeah.
did it, this guy did it. And it was like, no, I never
Exactly.
said those guys didn't do it.
But the
Is
beauty in
what I
that
was
is though,
saying
that is all the names. So
what you was
anybody who wants
saying.
to see that, yeah, anybody who ever wanted to see, now they can go on that post and see all the names of people who
Yeah, yeah.
went to
And
the
it's
effort.
like, I get it. It wasn't I mean, just like me, like you said, okay, I own a dog, she's Mason. I might say to someone, "Oh, I like Mason."
Mm-hmm.
That don't mean I don't like Cocker or Nuttall.
All right.
I'm just talking about Mason right now. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was the thing. Like, I'm just talking about I'm talking about Randy Moss and the crazy catches he made. That don't mean
Exactly.
I don't like Jerry Rice. I'm just talking
Yeah.
about Randy Moss right now. And now I think that's kind of what kind of got misunderstood in
Yeah.
your post a little, where people kind of like took it like you was discrediting others. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you wasn't discrediting others. You just happen to talk about that person at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean you're discrediting no one else. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I think it was just a quick little misunderstanding that as far as
Yeah.
how
And my
people
that's my just
spoke.
opinion. That's just my opinion on. I've never owned a cocker dog. That's just what I
Hmm.
was just seeing the efforts that he's went to over the years. Like I said, once I first got a Facebook page, Calvin is actually one of the first people I got in contact with that knew about these dogs. Like a lot of questions I had, a lot of things I would do wrong, he would correct a lot of that. So
Hmm.
I haven't talked to Calvin in a long time, even after that. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he went to extreme efforts to make sure he got what he got. And I do, like I said, there's a lot of new people in the game, but I also want people to know too. Those he wasn't really met with open arms with that either. Like he worked for his position that he was in now. Like he worked and put in, like I said, he traveled and did what he had to do. So
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it wasn't easy. That's all. I just wanted to, from this generation, I just want to make sure, like for the next generation, it's there. They see it.
Hmm. Let's say I'll take a couple shots to get the one that I want. Is there again? It's the mouth. Yeah, yeah. Another mouth, Jamie. People seem to be on the mouth lately.
I heard Jamie just did
Um,
his first Wookie to Wookie breeding. I'm ready to see how that one go.
Seems like yeah. The
Mm-hmm.
Wookiees.
Mm-hmm.
So serious. Seems like you might let some good dogs get away if that's where if that's where you drew the line.
You're right. And there's a few of those dogs I would have. There's a few of those dogs I would have kept if like I would have knew what I know now. But it's
You
also
knew more,
there's a
yeah.
few of those dogs I would have never got if I would have known what I know now. Like if I would have knew what I know now, I would have hunted with Shahid those first 3 years. Wouldn't have kept a dog and got my first dog from him. Like
Okay.
because everything's a learning experience though, especially
Mhm.
dog. Like I said, I
Mhm.
learned a lot of shit, but I did a lot wrong, and I did it in the public too. Everybody saw it. So
Yeah, we come right here and learn from each other.
yes, sir.
I mean, oh, do me a favor, people watching too. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Please and thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button. And
Mm-hmm.
I also be started a thing where on Fridays, not every Friday, but probably like every other Friday, or I might just hop on, but I'll be hopping on just to on Fridays just talk about dogs in general. So
That'll
talk
be
about
nice.
any it won't be yeah,
I
it
come
won't
back to
be
that one too.
yeah, yeah. So tune in be with you I'm gonna start doing that one and yeah, and that one, of course, we're gonna talk about Patterdales. We're gonna end up talking about Patterdales, but in that we just talking dogs, anything. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have
Yeah,
fun with that.
nice.
Making noise can be exciting. Making noise can be exciting. What's this say? Oh yeah. They seem to be a little light in the ass to have a good bite, but they always seem to get their prey. Hey, again, if that's your opinion, they
Mm-hmm.
seem to be a little light in the ass to have a good bite, but yeah, I don't. If I mean, if the whole thing too is and a lot of this is people's opinion, a lot of this is people's experiences. You know what I mean? Or
Mm-hmm.
around whatever dogs they be hunting, that whatever dogs they've been hunting with, whether it's their own or other people's dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And
you
also
know what I
depends what
mean?
you're hunting at the end of the day. Like I said, like your land and what you hunting at. Like I said, out here in
Mhm.
Ohio, what I hunt would be completely different than what we go out there the sheep. Like you see how it is. We go to the land and it's open field with straight groundhog hoes that are about this big. And so you got to have the right dog, the
Yeah,
right source,
yeah,
right team. Yeah, like that plays a role for sure. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, some of them, as we always say on here, a lot of them bigger dogs are not getting into some of them holes.
I like them now. And that's what made me like the bigger dogs. I don't discriminate against them now.
Nah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean they're good. You know, they're still good for the coon and other things like that. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you know how it is. Like even with Boom, not even that big, but like even the holes that he can't get in, like even that's discouraging to him. Like damn, I can't get in this hole, and I know how Boom is. He want to get down there to the game, but yeah,
yeah, as far as so serious, what other platforms should I be following to get more information? I like the way guys are doing it. As far as on YouTube, I mean, there's a whole bunch of Facebook pages where you could get Patterdale information. Of course, there's the New England Patterdale Terrier Club page
we got to
where
link
you
that
could
one.
get information.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Cut Up Kennels Cut Up Kennels page. You can get information. There's the Patterdale Terrier Club of America where you can get information. There's a whole bunch of other places. There's the New England PTC.com. So serious. You could get information from there. But as far as on YouTube, the only thing you're gonna get, the only place where you can get information live is here. Period. when it comes to Patterdales. We're the only one doing this. We're the first and the only ones doing this live thing when it comes to the Patterdale world. And as far as there's other channels. I would, you know what I mean, like Roughneck, but everything on there is years old. 101 Kennels has a lot of stuff up. You know what I mean? But for the most part, you can find videos and stuff on YouTube and stuff like that. But as far as like information, this is definitely the best place where you could come in here in the chat, and some of the people that I interview in here was just hunting 2 hours ago before we hopped on. You know what I mean?
Right.
We had guys on here that caught 300 and something coons in 1 year. So we
Wow.
definitely talk about everything here. But when it comes to like anything going on in the Patterdale world now and within the past, or just learning knowledge on the Patterdale and talking to people, this is the only this you got to come here Wednesday nights. We're the only ones doing this in the Patterdale world. Again, we're the first, the first and the only ones doing this in the Patterdale world. As far as I know, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah, I don't know
as
nobody
far as
else.
yeah, as far as going live and just really, weekly talking about the Patterdales and interviewing different people and talking to different people and that have experience and own Patterdales and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
again, I would check out all that stuff I just, sent to you. But yeah.
Mhm.
This is definitely the best place to get some to get, where you could just ask a question and then get some answers. And some of the people in here, some of the people that are in this chat sometimes have just been in it for 30 years. I mean, Jamie Park's always here, and
A legend.
yeah, exactly. He got more than enough knowledge. You know what
Mhm.
I mean, as far as the what's in the Patterdale world.
On
So
that live you did on Friday, I think it might have been that live or the one you did before. I think you guys were talking about the dog named Clute. That if you want to know more about that dog, you should contact Lonnie Bridgeford. He has a lot of dogs off of that dog, and I'm could be mistaken. I think that dog might have been his, but I'm not sure.
So now,
But
and
that
that's okay.
dog
So that
about
was a
here.
good question. Now, from what you know, Clute and maybe anyone in the chat, if you know any info on this, was from because what I got at what he was saying in the interview was that Clute was a bloodline,
Yeah, but I'm not.
but it was
I think it was
also
a line
it
off
was
of a
also a
certain dog.
dog named Clute.
Yeah, I think he was off a dog, like you know how people say like Noah line off of just, but it was just be Noah, pretty much.
Okay, but
It was like that, and
it
only
really wasn't the bloodline. It was just like
the dog,
his
pretty much.
pups, basically.
Yeah, from my
So his
understanding.
family
Yeah,
tree, because
yeah, and I
Noah,
could be wrong.
even Noah, like that's Noah's name. That's not his
Yeah,
bloodline. You know
exactly.
what I mean?
Uh huh.
So
But
that's
I've
what
seen.
happened where where it was like Clute's bloodline, Clute's
Yeah,
Clute's offspring. But it was, you know what I mean?
yeah,
So
and a lot of his if I'm not mistaken, I see a lot of his stuff was bred to like a lot of pups off him. A lot of his stuff was
mhm.
crossed straight to like the Alan Cocker stuff. So, and that was done a while ago, like 2018. So I'm thinking that was done before Calvin had anything to really do with him. So I'm thinking that's, like I said, those people actually know a lot more about, you know what I'm saying, the Clue line, like the AC
Mhm.
line, about the imported dogs before, you know, Calvin really touched a lot of them. They really put the name on them.
Yeah, makes sense. Cause yeah, when I what's it say? I've done all the research on YouTube. I've seen a lot of those videos already. I've been studying these dogs for the last 2 years. That's why I'm glad I found this. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
definitely yeah. And
Like I said, if he
on
would have
this
did this
live,
time,
you're talking to
yeah,
people who know history, bloodlines. Um, we got people on here. I mean, just experienced it all, man. So
yeah.
this is definitely the place to come when you wanna. And again, sometimes I'm interviewing people at 9 o'clock, and they just got done killing 2 coons at
Mhm.
6 o'clock hunting. You know what I mean? So we're the only ones. Live Your Life Dogs. We're the only ones doing this in the Patterdale world. As far as taking time to talk about the Patterdale and bring the Patterdale world together. You know what I mean? Bring the Patterdale world together more.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing like this 5 years ago. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like if I would have had
And
something like this 5 years ago, I would have been able to hop into them and really know what I was going to get full
mhm.
speed.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes it, and that's again, and that's what's crazy about it. It's like I say this all the time on here, so people that know probably heard it so many times, but I made this, I started this to kind of for me to learn more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And for others to learn more. But I know if I could talk to people directly, and then I want to give a shout out to my bro Marshall.
Absolutely.
Marshall, yeah, I learned a lot from Marshall.
Everybody learned a lot from Marshall.
Yeah, that's probably like who
Mm-hmm.
I got lucky, and I had when I got into this game, I was already connected to my cousin Keith,
Mm-hmm.
who been doing it. Then I got connected to Marshall, and then I got
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And I
Nice.
connected to Big, so I was able to get right up in there as far as just being able to um hunt my dog with others, because I know
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of like my first thing as far as starting the club too. Was kind of like there's not a lot of people in New England that
Mm-hmm.
like not don't have Patterdales, but they're not connected.
I get
It's
it.
like I spoke to a dude 2 days ago who's like 20 minutes from me, and he got one. And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't know no one out. He had it for 4 or 5 years. He hasn't he hasn't spoken to no one out here who really even knows what they are.
Well,
You
yeah,
know
I've
what I
had
mean?
yeah for the 5 years I've had them out. Like, I haven't had one person been able to tell me what they are. People
Yeah,
always ask
unless
what
you
they are.
think, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that was another reason why I was like, oh, we gotta kind of like bring this Patterdale world more together. You know what I mean? Like we gotta,
Mm-hmm.
and like I always say, it's us versus the rodents. So we gotta have fun together. And of course, there's gonna be the events, the tournaments, and the competitions, but they're all friendly. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? You win or lose. At the end of the night, we're all gonna drink a beer together,
Mm-hmm.
eat dinner together, laugh together. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
go out tomorrow and go hunting together again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's always all love, and that's one thing I'm trying to, push more is that it's not we're all together on this one. It's us versus these fucking rodents and rats, fucking up
It'll get there
someone's
one day.
backyard or fucking up a farmer's crops and stuff. You know what I mean?
It'll get
So
there
let's
one day.
just yeah, we on our way. We getting there. That's why we do this on Wednesdays. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah, it isn't needed for sure.
Okay, going back a decade, there was Prey Digging Kennels, which was Richley who passed. He has some great videos. He has some helpful I received. Okay. A small terrier under 15 ounces of power.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's pretty much just the biggest you could get for groundwork.
Yeah, pretty much.
15 pounds, you know what I mean?
But
15
even that,
pounds.
yeah, I might cap it out at like I'll do 8 to 14 pounds for groundwork.
Yeah, we was saying the perfect dog, not the perfect, I want to say because no dog's perfect, but the,
Mm-hmm.
the size dog you really want for Patterdale when it comes to groundhog work is 10 to 8. I mean, no, I'm sorry,
I know
10
you
to
about
12.
well, yeah.
10 to 12. Because you don't
I,
want
oh,
like 9 or 8 could get too small just in general.
yeah,
You know what I
trust me.
mean?
I know.
And then
Trust me.
12, and we already know. And then
Mm,
12 can anything over 12 can get a little big.
yeah.
So it was like if you want anything from and that's if you're focusing, and let me make this clear because you got the people, oh, my 12
Yeah.
pound is not gonna get a badger. That's I'm talking about if you're focusing on groundhog.
Mm,
If you're somewhere where the focus
farm.
is
Yeah.
groundhog, you know what I mean? Wherever you're at, there's just groundhog everywhere, and that's your focus, and you need to get in the groundhog holes, then yeah, your best idea was, you know what I mean? My opinion and other people's opinion is, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and we spoke about this a couple of lives ago, and basically everyone agreed when it came to the groundhog work and getting in them size holes, it would be something like 10 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
12, you know, being
Yeah.
obviously the biggest, and it's like, okay, you got to stay that size to get
Yeah.
smaller. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. I have the smaller one. And
Yeah.
those she's back at She's for a reason because 8 pound, 9 pound dog. She was 8 pounds like 11 months, so she's about 9 pounds now. Putting weight on her. That dog is way too small. I would feel way too irresponsible to hunt that dog by myself and let that dog fit into any type of hole and get into any type of situation that I wouldn't
You
get.
would,
You know what I mean?
I mean, my opinion, you would definitely have to make sure
Mm-hmm.
it's not something where it's okay. You could just, oh, send your dog
Absolutely.
in the bottom of a tree hole. You would definitely have
Exactly.
to make
Because she's
sure
going
it's
to
a
get there.
groundhog.
Uh-huh.
You would definitely have to make sure it's a groundhog if it's that. My opinion, again, this is just my opinion. If you got a
Uh-huh.
Patterdale that's like 8, you would only put
Exactly.
them to groundhog, and even then, you know that she might get into trouble because of her weight size.
Exactly.
Even, you know what I mean? But you know,
Exactly. So those are like a dog like that, like me not keeping it. I would never hunt a dog like 8, 9, 10, like 8 to 10 pounds by myself because it's
yeah,
way too much. That's
that's a
way too many
ratter.
spots. Yeah, like so I had to, send her back up there for a little bit. Um, but I would say you said 10 to 12. I would take it leave 13 pounder because what I'm understanding is the smaller you can get. I'm guessing the nose doesn't really matter the smaller they are because they can get to so many places that like you won't really notice the nose
Yeah,
too
the
much. Like
smallest is really
yeah,
just
yeah. Like I
just
haven't seen too many
really
small dogs who didn't locate and wasn't able to engage like that.
small dogs.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many who wasn't
No,
able to
and that's
engage.
why people want them. Yeah, exactly. But
Exactly. So that's
that's
when
why
I
people
wouldn't
want
really
them
care.
smaller.
No. So that's when like Jamie keeps saying that's when the mouth will come in. I don't think it's a way you can have like a 8 to 10 pound dog with the mouth sustainable enough like to hold a groundhog or like like any game and
Well,
ground.
the whole thing is, I mean, I think you can. I
You
don't
think?
think it will ever pull a groundhog out. I
Well,
think it
that's
could
what I mean.
hold it.
Yeah.
I think it could hold it to where I think it could hold it. It and this is what I'm saying. All right, and this let me say when
And
I
that's
say
where
this.
I think these ranges, I think these ranges need to be
But
like UFC
I'm
weight.
talking
That's
about
pounds vary from like pound to
you
pound.
gotta
Minute. Yeah.
yeah, but bro, I'm talking about at the same time. I'm talking about this depends on the size of the groundhog too.
Yeah.
If you got one of them big joints that we was pulling out the ground last time we was in New York, them that looked they were 20 pounds. You know what I'm saying? If you got those, but they were probably whatever, 16 or whatever. You know how it goes. They always look
Mm-hmm.
bigger than what they weigh. But if you got one of those groundhog, but if you got one of them if your dog runs into a groundhog that's like, you know what I mean, little bigger than you know what I mean, just not
Mm-hmm.
that big, then it'd be
Mm-hmm.
all right. The problem is though, some of the you could run into anything.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So like you get
You
so
could run
say if you
into
got
a
8 to 10.
goddamn coon to go into the wrong
Yeah.
hole.
Like say if you got an 8 to 10 pounder, you hunting by yourself, and that dog get anything where there's more than one thing in the hole, or like any hole you got a hard time accessing, you fuck and like you're
Well, I say
irresponsible to
that
let the
even
dog in the
when
hole.
we
Yeah.
be it's crazy because I say that even when we be free casting with our dogs,
Mm-hmm.
Stin's only 10 pounds, but I be letting
Yeah.
her right in the brush piles
That's
with the other
perfect.
dogs. But I
Mm-hmm.
be like, there, she run into one of them
And
boy
is a real
coons who
you don't
just
even understand yet because but she is an exception, especially for like a 10 pound dog. Like that groundhog we talking about, the one you just said, the big ass one, 16, she held that one in spot. Like when we
oh yeah,
pulled
she
that
was
fucking
double her
that one
size.
that
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fucking tail came off. My hand was right there with you. We both pulled. You remember
yeah.
that shit?
But
But she held that
she's
shit.
trained like a pit bull
Yeah.
and fed like a king.
Yeah, I don't. Most 10 pound dogs aren't gonna be able to do that. So that's when That's what I'm talking about. Like that's when you get to your 12 pound dog. So in my range, like what I do solo hunting, I'll keep like a 12 to 14 pound, because I'm okay with you
Yeah.
not being able to fit nothing smaller than 12 pound. Because I know if you can, then it's gonna be a super hard day for me anyway.
Me
Yeah.
and my cousin Keith was talking about lately, like just like kind of like the ultimate 3-pack, having like a
Could you
11-pound
imagine Boomerang
Patterdale.
being 10 pounds?
Nah,
Can you imagine how much trouble he would get
because
thrown
of
into?
his size though, Boomerang pulls shit out. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like Boomerang is able to drag shit out.
But the
But
amount
what's
of
crazy
games,
about Boomerang
yeah,
too, he also fucked up his teeth.
yeah,
And this is why I tell people, and I'm gonna keep saying it, is that them groundhogs are not coming out the ground.
yeah,
And you was there. I
yeah.
think I said it in the last interview. You was there when I
Hmm.
fucking pulled the groundhog by its tail, and
We
the
was
whole
there. I was
tail came
there.
off.
I was
Yeah,
with you. My hand was right there. We was right
yeah.
there.
The whole thing. You was on the ground with me. The whole
Yeah.
tail came off. So
Hmm.
these things don't come out the fucking ground. So
Hmm.
I've seen, and it's crazy because I've seen Boom drag shit out the ground.
Wow.
But when it comes to one of them fat groundhogs, they swell up, and even Boom got to the point where Boom has fucked up like 2, 3, 4 of his teeth just
Hmm.
because he yanked so hard trying to get the groundhog out. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And it's all groundhog just fucking up his teeth because he just, it's like he yanks stupidly. You know what I mean? To the point
Yeah.
where like, dog, you come on, dog. You
I
want
think that's because he knows, and like in his mind, he's
he
like, I'm
just
bigger than you,
turned
dog.
so
You
turned
coming with
up.
me,
He's
but
like,
you coming
some
with me.
dogs is just like, I'm a yank, but I'm not gonna pull out my own teeth.
Hmm.
He's like, I'm a yank, but I'll pull off my own head if I have to. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. He's a
but
very dog. Yeah.
yeah, he's the man. But
Hmm.
yeah, I would as far as size, we was talking about like the ultimate pack as far as like having like 3 dogs or like 4 dogs, and it
Mm.
would really use something like a, like 11-pound, and
Hmm.
that way you could just hunt everything and up. You know what I mean? So
Uh-huh.
like 11-pound Patterdale, maybe like a 20-pound,
Mm.
or not. You don't even need the Patterdale. You get something like a 30-pound pit.
How high up we
That's
talking on hunting? Like what, like the game level?
well, we was talking about just from groundhog up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not up to like
As far as
bear and no crazy shit, but just say if just something like this, like a 10-pound three
they like
pack, three
groundhogs,
pack,
like badger, like big as like
three
badger.
badger, and
Yeah.
all the way up to maybe like coyote. So you would do the
Okay. Okay.
you would have like a 10-pound Patterdale,
Mm.
maybe like a 25-pound, maybe half Patterdale, half pit for
Mm.
the coon and that fox type shit, and then
Yeah.
just get you a nice lurcher for anything bigger than that. You know what I mean?
I might go. I mean, yeah, I
That's a
might go.
nice little three. That's a nice little 3-pack.
I'm gonna go to
Obviously, you're not gonna go fucking hunt no fucking wild boar with that 3-pack. We're
yeah.
just saying as far as like you got 3 dogs that could cover all grounds, maybe up to like the wild boar, and then you gotta get some other shit. You know what I mean? Because you're not
I'm gonna
sending
give me.
one
Yeah, you're right.
on no wild boar or no bowl mix. You know what I mean? But it was just, this is
Depends on what.
Patterdale talk, but it's just
Yeah.
little stupid 3-pack. So when you talking dogs, anything come up. You know what I mean?
Will depend on, yeah. So I'm gonna take I'm gonna do a 10-pound pat. I think I might go regular like a pit bull, like the standard pit bull.
Yeah,
And I
35
might not
joint.
at them. Well, yeah, I might want something to locate a little bit better though. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go pit bull, and I'm gonna go red bone coon hound.
But you ain't got too much speed and nothing for the
Not at all.
coyotes.
Yeah, you're right. But it can
That's what
help.
it.
I got all the offense though, and all the
Yeah,
defense.
yeah, yeah. Coyote ain't gonna run
Offense,
up. That's for
defense. Though I got
damn
no
sure.
agility though. Yeah, you're
Hmm?
right. Yeah, I don't got no agility though, but I
You
got
got the pit bull.
defense.
If you
Yeah,
got
you're
pit
right.
bull, you got agility for sure.
Mhm. The coon hound is nice too. They put their mouth on stuff too, and they locate
No,
it
don't get me
and
wrong.
they
A coon
bark.
hound or a pit bull will kill a coyote. They just ain't catching it.
You right.
They
I
just
don't
ain't
know.
catching it.
The right pit bull might be able to catch a coyote. You think
Uh-huh.
so?
I don't. Nah, man. They just pit coyotes are fast as shit, bro.
Yeah.
and they could run for so long. That's the thing with like lurchers and greyhounds is they catch them quick.
Yeah, yeah,
Coyotes'
yeah. Run
stamina
so
is
long. You're right.
ridiculous, nigga. Like coyotes, them niggas, coyotes walk.
I'm gonna cross a Patterdale and whip it then. That'd be the fastest
Okay.
dog ever. So that's gonna be my second dog, man. I'm gonna use that.
What
I
you? I
I can
put in
catch
the
rabbit,
chat. What you guys is 3-pack? What you
Patterdale
guys
whip.
is
We can
3-pack?
catch rabbit. It can hold itself off. It can catch a coyote. It ain't gonna be able to kill it, but a pit bull can catch up with it. It's gonna be able to catch everything. It's gonna put his
Yeah, I
mouth.
mean, if that coyote turns around and wants smoke, then
Yeah,
it's
it's gonna
over.
have.
You know what I
It
mean?
can give it like a 3. It can give it like 3 minutes. It'll stay in there by the time the pit bull catch up.
Yeah, yeah, true. But yeah, guys, I put in the chat. What's your if you had a 3-pack, like a hunting 3-pack, what would it be? But back to the Patterdales. As far as now, do you have a and this is something I always ask everyone. Do you have a favorite color and coat type? Do you have a favorite color, and do you have a favorite coat type when it comes to the Patterdale?
I've had probably
And why?
every
Why? And why?
variation of all of them,
Hmm.
except for like a wire coat. I've had a broken coat. I haven't had a wire coat or rough coat yet.
Okay.
And I've had all the colors red. I haven't had like the what's the ones like the sand colors, like the red rust color. I think.
Yeah. So out of what
It,
you
uh,
and even out of what you had and then what you think, I mean, because I
my
never had
favorite.
pretty much the sand, but I think that color is probably my favorite. I just never had one. You know what
My
I mean?
favorite. Nusso,
So
like look wise,
mhm.
Nusso is the most beautiful Patterdale I've ever seen in my life. Like standard wise, and just the way he looked, he don't got his spot of white on him. And standard, yeah, he's the perfect looking Patterdale.
Okay.
But my favorite, I would love to get it like a rough coat, wire coat. I would like one of those for like I would like to see how they do like out in the winter and like because I take my
And
dogs out
black
a lot in
and
like the
black is
snow.
your and black is your oh, you said the
Yeah,
same, but you said Nutso and he's all black. So is
uh,
black your
yeah, I
favorite
go
cover
nuts.
when it comes to the
Yeah,
Patterdales?
I have
Okay.
to. Yeah, yeah. I plan on. I want some wire coats, some rough coats. So, but see how that goes.
That's cool. I dig
Mm-hmm.
it. I mean,
We get some soon, depending on how you that Mason stuff that throws on.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
She right here. Sin right here.
Mm, champion.
Yeah. She all healed up. Yeah,
Champ.
she done got
Mm-hmm.
a little work now.
Because you got some competition next year.
Yeah, yeah,
Make y'all a
yeah.
little run for y'all money.
The big dig. The big
Mm-hmm.
dig. I know some of you guys seen the flyers for that event, and yeah, we're trying to get that right and put it out as first and get just the dates and stuff out as
Mm-hmm.
fast as possible because we're talking to well, I'm talking to other people who do shows, and we're trying to make sure that they're not on the same
On the same
weekend
page.
or not
Yeah.
like, oh, this shows the 10th and then this shows the 17th. You
Yeah.
want to give people a little bit of time between, so we're trying to calculate. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
make sure that even there's other people that are doing events, and I want to be able to make those events. We want to
Yeah.
be able to make those events. You know what I mean? So
Right.
we want to, and again, and like I said, we're trying to connect the Patterdale world. So we're trying to get it to where events are not falling on the same weekend, and
Mm-hmm.
there's at least a 3-week, 4-week difference within I mean between like time. You know what I mean? So if you got a dog, you bring it to an event. Someone like me, I got one Patterdale right now. You know what I mean? Of
Mm-hmm.
course, I got as far as the teams I rock with, there's 30 Patterdales. You know what I mean? As far as everyone I'm cool with and hunt with and talk to and you know what I mean, close with. But yeah, we're trying to
Yeah, I'm about to ask
make
about that
sure that we
perfect.
could all we could all make Patterdale events and not
Yeah.
miss
Have to choose. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean, and not miss something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dapper Trapper Loft says Patterdale 30-hour game dog or MC Kerr. Okay. I mean, what's crazy is that game dog would be that game dog would be there in a lot because they do it all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I was
That
saying, I don't
30
think no
pound
dog
that
can
30
really
pound
outclass.
ABT's gonna be, huh?
Yeah, I don't think no dog really, even now, can't outclass a pit bull. They superior athlete in any and everything.
No, I
But I
mean
think if you
this
condition the right way, I think you can catch a coyote.
yeah, I mean maybe if it's conditioned the right way, just because
Yeah,
they'll keep going till they fucking pass
exactly.
out. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But as far as like it's really like a stamina thing, speed thing, all mixed together.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Coyotes do nothing but gallop around and run around. You know what I mean? Coyotes could cover 30, 40 miles a day easy
Wow.
for a month.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And they'll do that just living their regular life. You know what I mean? So, but
That's
from what
crazy.
I from what I've you know what I'm saying,
How's
seen
the lurker? What's her name? Cookie?
my ledger.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she's good. She's chilling.
Nice. I can't wait to. You got to bring her out for the show for sure. I got to see her.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring her out there with me just because I'm gonna be out there probably
Hmm.
our show's about 3 days. I'll probably be out there for like that whole week type
You
thing.
already
So
know.
you know how
When
we
next
do.
time
We
you
are
headed
we
back
gonna
out? You know I just left
huh?
from out. When next time you want to head back out? You know I just left from out there.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get out to Ohio and link up with Denary.
He
Was
in
he in
Ohio?
Michigan? Is he in? I don't
I
know
was
where.
saying.
I
I
think
didn't know he was in Ohio.
I don't know if he's in
That would have
Ohio.
linked
Don't
with
let
him.
me. Don't, I might be getting mixed up with someone else, but trying to
I
get
thought he
out
was
there
near
with
like
him.
the Peter Hines. I was gonna link up with them soon. I was waiting on Jamie to message me back. They got a dog that Jamie's been talking to me about. I don't know if they still got it or not. So wait, I don't, if Jamie's still in here, he still got to talk to me about that dog.
Yeah.
uh, I'm gonna get
Oh, and
out.
people in the chat, yeah. If you want to comment where you're at, comment where you're hunting, because again, we're trying to link this Patterdale world together and all hunt
Mm-hmm.
together and have fun with this together. And yeah, that's a big reason why Cut Up Kennels is doing the big dig.
Mm-hmm.
So remember that name. Tell a friend to tell a friend if you're in the Patterdale world. There's the big dig going on next summer, and it's ho- five different events, including a confirmation show. The other four are hunting events, and it's gonna be a good time. It's
Great.
gonna be a good time.
Yeah. You see those puppies she got?
Yeah.
He is a madman. I don't think he told anybody. But if anybody knew how those puppies were like bred, you know, all the people that cared about papers and stuff, he would have a long day. So I can't wait to see, how those puppies
It's
turn
all
out.
right.
How those go.
Hey, it's all. Hey,
Be a real
the
fun day.
pedigree.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good. It's
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna put his to work. He's gonna put his to work. But
Any dogs you looking out for the competition, or anybody you looking forward to seeing at the show next year?
cinnamon spice.
That's the right answer. Smart guy.
But yeah, what I was gonna ask you? Oh, we asked you. Yeah, I know, JB. I know. We asked you if did you have like your worst experience
Mm.
as far as hunting? What was your best day? What was your best experience? Where it was like, okay, I learned so much this day, but I learned so much because we caught this much game.
Mm. The best experience I had out, second time I ever went out to Sheebs.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he had Rex and Shadow. That's what they always been my favorite too. Kind of, I got to hunt them by myself really, but the Mama and King was there, so they taught me everything. When I gotta tell people who I learned from, I gotta tell them the kids taught me.
Yeah.
Mama is no joke with
I'm telling
that
I
locator.
I be
She's the best
telling
person
people
I've ever
like
seen
mama's
use
the
that fucking
best
locator.
tracker.
It's no joke. Yeah. When we having a hard
She's the
time, she come
best
move
with
out the
it.
way, y'all. Move y'all. She come get the track. Put it down.
It's
Dog right
crazy
there.
because they
Y'all
be
get to
like,
work.
oh, who? Biggs be like,
Uh-huh.
oh, we going out. I
Mm-hmm.
be like, yeah, where's mama?
Uh-huh. And King is in the
Cause
aspect
I
that
ain't going
like,
out unless mama's coming with us. Cause
uh-huh.
mama's gonna find your dog.
Yeah. And King is in the aspect of like he just like he gonna put a dog down. Like he not gonna hold the dog back. So he gonna get some dogs in trouble.
And
But
he gonna dig.
yeah, that's
He'll
what he like
climb.
to do though.
He'll
Yeah.
climb in the hole with the
Uh-huh. I've
coyote.
seen it. We've
He's
seen
crazy.
it.
But
But yeah.
mama,
Uh-huh.
I tell Biggs all the time. I ain't even going out unless mama come.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
Yeah,
we be
yeah.
done be out there looking for your dogs for an hour.
Uh-huh.
Mama come and locate your shit in 7 minutes,
Uh-huh. Not even trying. On the phone talking.
yelling at you. What you
Uh-huh.
doing? Your dog's over here.
Uh-huh. But yeah, they took me
But
out that second day.
what happened that day? What happened that day?
Yeah, they took me out that second day. Rex and Shadow, the pros. They found. I think we got like a possum. And I think we got like a raccoon. And it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
just as much how much game we got, but it was how fast we got the game, and it was really just me and the kids, and they really like sat there and taught me everything. Like I've seen, like even before I got out to he would talk about how much the kids did and how much they were into it. But he pulled up. He said, "All right," he closed the door. He pulled off. We dropped the dogs, we dropped the collars, dropped the shovels, and we got to work. And so that was the best like dig experience I had. Yeah, that was Shadow Rex, favorite too.
That's cool. That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
and it wasn't even no like crazy digs either. It was like that 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 wood pile. Shadow was in there for the first time. He went in
Okay.
there. He got a coon in there, and lucky he wasn't too deep in that, so it wasn't too much moving. And
Mm-hmm.
I think Rex like dug to a possum, so we got that on. But yeah,
That's what's up.
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
what's the I always gotta we gotta get down to the because it's not all just fun and games. What's the worst injury you seen
Mm.
when it came to Patterdale's hunting and just
I saw.
if you seen anything gruesome, which is a good thing. If you haven't
Uh,
seen anything crazy, that's a good thing. You know what I
so I got
mean?
two experiences. That second dog I had when I told you that heavy boots bred one. Um, I'm sure this came from like being heavy inbred the way he was, but I had him on the like it was a groundhog, and I think he like ended up running hot on me, like he literally passed out. And I had my other girl there, so she got on it and she finished it up for me. But like he passed out on me, and like that, I think like a few weeks later he ended up passing away. But that
He
was
had
a
a
weird
seizure.
experience I ever had. I guess yeah.
Yeah,
I
he had a
made yeah,
seizure. Yeah.
I'm thinking so. But yeah, so that experience, and then it was payday out there at Shahid's again. I think it was like second or third time. I've been out there 50 times now. I don't even remember. The payday, he was just working, was just healing up on his mouth. I think a groundhog, like almost tore his nose off. His nose was almost like hanging off. He had just healed back on.
Mm-hmm.
He put the dog back down. He got in there, got on something. We got to him fast too, but he still got bit. And messed his nose
Mm-hmm.
up real bad. So I got a picture of that. His nose was real bad. But he always bounced back, and he always loved doing it. Like I said, for the game, he
Mm-hmm.
loved. So yeah. Did you ever get to see Payday, or was he gone before you got to get out there?
Payday?
Yeah,
No. Payday was gone.
yeah,
Yeah, I never met Payday.
yeah.
Never met
He was a
Payday.
good one.
What
But
was
yeah,
the biggest game you ever got on here? You ever because I you ever had one of them experience where you had a Patterdale get a fox or anything or
no, I haven't been that lucky yet.
yeah, okay.
I gotta do that this season, next season.
Figured
I
out,
want a
yeah.
box for sure.
Definitely,
I'll be
need a what 16-pounder and up for the fox.
yeah, and I feel like that would have to be like a team effort. You know how foxes are; they got like 10 holes in a range of like so fucking wide. Like
Oh,
fox, you got to really be on top of
I've
that.
seen
Especially
it.
at first.
I was out with I was out and I had my dog, my brother had his dog.
Mm-hmm.
We was with a couple people they had hit their dogs and we was in New York and I think I might have told this story the last thing, but we didn't fucking bring we should have brought Sam.
Yeah.
We should have brought Sam. So we ended up finding some thing, ended up figuring out it was a big ass bank with like fucking 10 holes
Yeah. That's how they do it.
and we sent the Patterdales in like fuck it. So they the fox is running from hole to hole,
Mm-hmm.
running around, doing his little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then finally it found one hole because we was trying to cover every hole, but you know what I mean? It found one hole that we didn't see. Some low in the cut shit, like damn near under like the tree.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we're probably there and we could hear it. And then there's one hole where you could look in where the dogs dug it so much you could look in and like not the dogs dug it. This hole you couldn't really, it was kind of small. So the
Mm-hmm.
dogs dug there was another hole the dogs dug it, but it was by the hole. So you could kind of like look in and then if you was watching, you could kind of like see it run through.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was. I think it was really just like an air hole that probably like a fucking mouse made or a chipmunk or some bullshit. It was like you know what I mean? An air hole that one of
Mm-hmm.
them made. He was using probably as an air hole. You know what I mean? But it was
Yeah.
really like a chipmunk hole or some bullshit. But you got to really look in there. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And then you got to look in there at the right time when it would
Mm-hmm.
be happening. So yeah, and it dashed under that stoop hole. The shit just dashed out, and we kind of we looked over because you know you hear like brush like over there. We look over and we see like the back tail of the shit, and that shit's just gone. You
Yeah.
know what I
It's
mean? But
really
it's
smart
like,
down.
and you know, obviously the dogs are still
Mm-hmm.
chasing around, so we just got the dogs out and kept it pushing. But it was like obviously if we had something waiting, like a lurcher or you
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean, a pit, whatever, something waiting,
Yeah.
it might have been able to chase it, would have chased it down. But
I got it for sure. But I think it
yeah,
takes like a very seasoned dog to probably get to a fox because, like I said, they do just that bounce between holes, and they're not. I don't know how people think of foxes. They're more like they're not like canine. Like they're more like feline. Like they're
nah,
real
they're
nimble.
swift.
Real like yeah, they're real nimble and
Slick
swift.
it. Listen,
Yeah,
they don't
like
say slick as a fox for nothing.
yeah. So they can
You
get
know
in.
what I
Y'all
mean?
probably didn't hear the fox even get out the hole and like
Nah,
y'all.
we didn't hear
Yeah,
the fox get out. We heard when it got out and ran through like the bushes and stuff,
exactly. Yeah.
like the bushes that was outside the hole,
Mm-hmm.
like the brush.
Mm-hmm.
Then we seen like the back. You know what I mean? Like the back of it and the tail of it. And by that time, the shit,
Mm-hmm.
it was
I
gone.
think it
Like we
takes a really
couldn't.
nice dog to locate a fox, especially the way they like bounce between hole and leave scent between them. You gotta think about it. When a dog is in the hole, the scent is everywhere for them, and it's
Yeah,
really
and
hard
that was the
to
thing too.
exactly one spot.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it ended up bouncing out, but it was like, it was like a big ass fucking dirt pile bank or whatever
Mm-hmm.
the fuck you want to call it. But
Yeah. I would
yeah,
hate to
it
take to a
was
fox by myself and then have it bolt and spend that hours and yeah.
there was a couple of us out there, but it was still a fun experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still I mean, the dogs still got some work because even when the dogs, what I tell people all the time, when your dog, especially if you're free casting,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's one thing if you live on a farm, then it's nothing light, whatever. Your dog's probably always out running. But, if you don't and you're out there and you're out free casting, your dog's getting loose, running. If your dog is digging, that's still a workout. You know what I mean? So you guys look at it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
always, you know what I mean? So you might not always get on game, but that don't mean it wasn't a good day for your dog.
Mm-hmm.
They might have got a good workout, which is always good. You know what I mean?
Especially if they out there, you got their nose down, like
Mm-hmm.
they working on something. At the end of the day, yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's why I love getting like a Shaheed dog, bringing it up here because that's the first thing they do. Like put their nose down and go straight to work. Like a
I bet
Nutso,
they
he's
do.
one that I let Nutso off leash one time. He ran straight through the back of the way. I had to chase him at least for like a quarter of a mile, all the way through the woods. He ran straight to a cat. You caught him. And he's an insane dog.
Them
Like
cats are dangerous.
yeah, Nutso, he's the type of dog I never even see him put his nose down. It's like he already know where it's at every time. He put it up, he look, got it. He shoot off and take off. Nutso the type of dog you can't teach a
You
recall to.
smell
You
it
can't,
through the air or something.
yeah, like you can't give a recall to him. He's that type of dog.
Okay.
Her, however, I've only had her literally like 5 days now. Pert. I haven't had her on leash. I had her on leash the first day since I had her. I haven't had her on leash outside ever since then. Her recall, I don't know what Jamar does with him, and I don't know if he even worked on it. I haven't talked to him about her yet. But she goes out far as she wants to. And I hit my recall button. It's a tone recall. If I got a tone for her, she knows to come back. She comes straight back to me. So she's my favorite type of dog to take out. I'll, I'll go find her. She's checking something. She's under the tree bank, moving dirt, doing this and that. So she's always working by herself. I don't got to do too much. All I got to do is let the leash off and let her do her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
That's always good, man.
Yeah.
Always
That
good, man.
doesn't
These
come with
dogs
all.
are these dogs are great.
It
Huh?
doesn't come with all. I said that doesn't come with all of them. Like that, those genetics don't click like that with all of them. It comes from like the way you raise them. So like that's why it takes the Shaheed raising a dog for me. I suck at like certain aspects of raising these dogs, like socialization and like getting them to like hunt with other dogs and certain things that I don't even know how to do yet. So like that's why Shaheed was able to see that and help me just give me a dog like this, and he knows that I can get her out as much as possible as long as she's able to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely what's up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love these dogs for sure.
Yeah, like I remember last time we were out there though. I remember you said to me like I don't know how you do it, man. Switch up the dogs like that and all the time. And the thing is, I didn't already lost the one I love. So like, in a way, like I'm still trying to find one, and she the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
right now. Nutso,
I
I like
mean,
him a lot, and I've been thinking about Nutso since I left him down there. I didn't even tell Shaheed yet. I didn't there dropped a tear for Nutso when I got back to the house. I like that dog a lot. I don't know why I like him so much, but I'm thinking I'm gonna go get him like real soon. But
yeah, I
yeah,
don't know. I mean, to each his own. I just be like, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
My cinnamon don't leave me.
I get that. She gonna be there for a long. She gonna be one that you get to leave on your yard for a long time.
Yeah,
And we gonna get to in a few years. It's beautiful. We get to see all the dogs that she produced. See all the workers off of her. You wait till you see
right.
that. That's a good thing to have with your first dog. Like not a lot of
Good
people get
thing.
to have that. Yeah. But also,
For
let's not
real.
get it fucked up. You did what you was supposed to do with that dog too, though.
Yeah,
So like
yeah, yeah.
a
I put
lot
it.
to do. A
Yeah, I
lot to
put
do
it.
with fucking
Yeah,
owning. I think it's
yeah, yeah.
almost
I
literally like
as soon as
80%
I
owning.
got, I started doing, turn on stuff.
Yeah.
Now, what do you feed your dogs? Do you feed them just kibble, raw, both?
Uh, when I had when I had
And
the
what's
Jag,
the Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah. So when I had the Jag and the little one, the little girl left this, I was feeding the natural balance. I was doing the chicken, and I was doing the bison like beef one too. I was giving her the bison beef. She needed a weird diet because I was having a hard time with like allergies with her. So certain things I couldn't feed her. Like I think she had like a chicken allergy. I think I might even say like could have been like a certain fish allergy. Like so I had
Yeah,
a hard time
no, I
figuring
mean,
that.
I seen in my pitbull that I have now is allergic to poultry.
Really?
And it's not even honestly, he's allergic to I think he's more allergic to the shit that they inject into the chicken.
Like
Because
the
when I
grain
get
too. I think a lot of
whatever all the bullshit they inject into meat now, I
mm-hmm.
think he's more allergic to that because when I get chickens from like if I'll get like an actual chicken from a farmer and give
Yeah.
it to him from a farmer that's not obviously the chicken's not injected with a whole bunch of bullshit because he
Mm-hmm.
bred it, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
He won't break out. But if I buy some chicken from the store, he'll have a problem. But
Yeah, that's
that's
the thing
another
for
story we
sure.
could get on as far as allergies. But keep going.
Yeah, so if anybody's feeding raw, I do suggest don't go to the grocery store because a lot of that stuff that they do add today is from the grocery store. So just find like a good local butcher shop, get it
Mm-hmm.
like with them. Just get them to like, look, just give me your extra trimmings or bones or anything. And I'll throw you a few dollars every week. You can just package that, set that to the side for me. So that's
Yep.
the way I did
Sure.
it. But
Yep.
I prefer to feed raw, which is mostly like Nutso. When he was here, he was only eating raw. I'm gonna get her back on raw too, but I wanted to finish this bag of food I had because I was just gonna finish that with her. But I prefer to feed raw. I feed like a mixture, like the butcher shop I go to, they mix it all together and they put it in the package together. It's like all the trimmings and everything they got from the beef, like the organs, the heart, liver, kidney, all of that. It's all in one, like in a loaf. So I have to buy like big ass loaves, and I go buy in the bulk, and so I give them that most of the time. Like feeding raw is the best thing you can do for the dogs, especially if you like
Sure.
want a smaller keep for them. The raw feeding, they'll use the bathroom like one time a day, and you can have your whole day full of energy. And yeah, so
Tell me about
raw
it for sure.
are usually what I do for sure, and my priority, 100%.
Now, what's your And this is actually a big question
Mm-hmm.
that because a lot of people do, a lot of people don't. There's a lot of just a lot of not I want to call it controversy, but just a lot of opinions on this situation. What's your opinion? What's your opinion on free casting and in the dangers of it? And actually, me and you have been in a position where we've seen the dangers of free casting. So what's your take on the free casting compared or just rather work as a more of a team because free casting is good, and I'm gonna let you answer in a second, but I just want to make for one thing I always thought about is free casting is good for the dog. They're able to just search through their thing,
Mm-hmm.
but then there's more the team thing where you're actually looking for holes and stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
obviously, if it's land that or land that you're gonna be there all the time, you can mark it, which is not really some people don't really consider, wild hunting or live hunting because you're
Mm-hmm.
marking where the holes are at and something might already go in there or whatever the situation. But whatever the situation might be is yeah. What's your take on that?
So the way that I learned it, free casting, the it's the number one way to do it. I mean, it's the way you see everything that you want in a dog. Like it's the way that you see how they locate and to see what they're looking for, see the way that they locate. Some dogs locate in different manners. Like my Jag, he was span out in circles, far out. My
Hmm.
Patterdale, he go do as like laps. Like so, it's also just to see what type of dog you have. Also, like, and when you are free casting, you will understand that a lot more. Like people that don't free cast, they don't really understand the concept of certain something like that.
Hmm.
Um, and I also do believe like camps and like kennels that free cast like consistently over time, like their dogs produce better like results than others who probably don't, or others who probably just like most of the time just like had spots, just knew where to drop dogs at and knew where to put them in.
Yeah,
And
when you free cast the dog's definitely gonna have more of a chance of finding shit.
yeah, and just like I know
Way
that
more of a chance.
yeah, it's a little bit like I worked at a dog and boarding facility, so I've met thousands of dogs. So I know a little bit even just more about the psychology of dogs, really.
Hmm.
So it means something for a dog to be able to locate something and then engage on it. It's like it's like a reward thing for them. So like
Hmm.
that builds things over and that gets passed down to generations. So yeah, if I if I knew it was a kennel that wasn't free casting that I was to purchase a dog from, I wouldn't purchase them over a kennel that I knew that only free casted. Put it like that.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Now,
Not
what about the dangers of free casting? Because I spoke to my good friend Denari recently, and
yeah, yeah.
he,
Yeah.
he's a beast. He's to me, my opinion, he's, you know what I mean, he's a one of the top guys when it comes to this hunting stuff, as far as
Sure.
the
Sure.
people that I know. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he was free casting, and his
Mhm.
dog ended up going into a pipe. Two of his dogs.
I heard of it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm only
I get
um
it.
retelling this because he already told the whole story in the interview, or I
Yeah.
wouldn't even, you know what I mean, indulge. But yeah, he ended up putting two dog free cast, and they ended up going to the pipe. The pipe ended up being fucking 100 yards long or whatever. They ended up having to cut several holes in the pipes to find the dogs. Finally, they got the dogs. He got the dogs, but one ended up passing away. And from my understanding, I don't think he's gonna free cast as much as he used to. You know what I mean? So
Right.
what's your take on that? Is it more like, and obviously sometimes you can't, but you would probably agree that it's better to free cast if you have scanned the land before. Maybe, and not really just to find holes, just to make
Yeah.
sure there's not shit like
Yeah.
that, like 100 yard,
Mm.
you know what I
Well,
mean, pipe
first,
or
yeah.
water or whatever that they can get into.
But first things first, condolences to them for losing that dog. I do think
Hmm.
they lost. I don't remember her name, but it was a little small dog. So I did see they lost that dog. So that sucks. And unfortunately, like especially when you hunt these free cats like that, that does come with it sometimes. It's
Hmm.
not ever. It's like you'll see how like I said, I don't understand like how a Shahib operates because I go there every time and it's a different dog missing, and I'm like, I don't know how you still like even doing it. I would have quit if I would have lost these many dogs by now. But like, but like, I see it happen for people like free cast 24/7 all day. Like, it's not to say I don't think it's not like a. I don't think it was ever in the manner like anybody was unprepared or anything. Like you said, you never know the situation you go in there, especially when you're free casting. That's why it's called free casting. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And and I think that was an unfortunate situation. I mean, I'm glad they were able to locate the dog, especially find the one. I do think it was the Jeffrey Dahmer dog. I like that dog a lot, but it comes with it. It sucks, but it comes with it. But it's also why a lot of people are hesitant to hunt them. I'm not saying it's an excuse to, but that's also why you should get next to kennels that hunt consistently. Learn how to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
And if you
saying?
if you're
Learn how to take
definitely
the best precautions. Yeah.
if you're yeah, if you're trying to get into the aspect of it, and over here, that's all we push is the hunting aspect of it, because we're
Mhm.
trying to keep that alive. We don't really respectfully, I don't really, like, I've had people contact me and looking for puppies or who I could
Mhm.
connect them to with puppies, and I'll ask them if they plan on working the dog, and then, no, well, I just wanted, and I'll kindly and respectfully say, like, I
Mhm.
can't really help you then. You know what I mean? Not saying, just not ignorantly. I mean, anyone who is on here know me. I'm not an ignorant person. I'm very humble. You know what I mean? If you're around me, I'm very, I'm always chilling or whatever. But just I'm sh- what we're trying to do over here is keep the hunting aspect alive. So I'm not gonna really indulge in like helping people find the dog just for a lap dog when it comes to the
Yeah.
Patterdale Terrier. You know what I mean?
Good. Yeah.
That's just what we're doing over here. But
That's supposed to be. Yeah.
yeah.
But that's what for
But
like free. Yeah.
right.
That comes with it sometimes.
What'd you say?
I said, as for the free cast, and that's what comes with it. Sometimes, you lose some.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's tough for sure.
it's definitely a better chance of losing your dog when you're free casting. So that's always something to
I wish it
keep
was
in
something like.
mind.
I wish it was some way we could like. I know it's not no device you can use because it has to do with like depending on what they get into. Like if it's steel or metal, like it has to do with like the locators just not being able to pick up, signal through like things like that.
Honestly, I think it's just I think it's kind of like just things that are kind of like man made.
That too, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, these locators are
Man
they're
made too.
made they're made to find people in avalanches.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
they're made to find people in avalanches. So they're not the only thing that's probably human made is whatever the ski is wearing in the skis. As far as
Yeah.
where they're trying to find these people is like it's gonna be trees and snow.
Yeah, you're right.
Obviously, could just be all snow. So they're not really made to like, oh, let me track this, but there's a fucking metal sheet right next to it. Or let me track
Yeah.
this and there's a brick wall in between it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I wish
Or
it was
on the side
like
of it. And
yeah.
I've seen where there was concrete in the ground where we hunted a dog and the concrete was causing
Mm-hmm.
the track or the mess up or track. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like maybe
So
it's I don't know. Maybe it's like you send a drone
malfunction, I should
first,
say.
check everything. Like I don't know. Now that's what I'm just trying to think of like any precautions you ever take. Like maybe take a drone, survey the land. You could. I'm not sure how much that'll help. Like it needs to be some type of device that can like be able to spot like structures like that. Like
It
how
would
like
have to be. I mean, there's definitely like it would have to be like a ground
like
robot
metal
or
detector
a remote
like
control
that.
control with a control car that has like a camera on it that's able to go up and down every fucking thing. But the only way to really do it is to really scan the grounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Is
like a
to
metal
really
detector.
like
Way. Yeah.
if you plan on going hunting Monday, pull up
Mm-hmm.
Sunday while it's still light up. Go there Sunday while it's still light out, and or get up early
Mm-hmm.
and go scan the grounds of where you're gonna be hunting the next day or where you're gonna be, or it just goes. You could go somewhere and scan the grounds, leave the dogs tied up, and go scan the grounds for a half an hour, and then come back and get your dogs and
Yeah.
release them after you know what's going on there. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm. And
it is.
free cat
I mean,
never know where they're gonna go though. That's the thing.
and depending when they're at, they could run into something
Mm-hmm.
that's just. I mean, the same places where we hunt, there's also been signs of bobcats.
Wow.
So that's dinner for a Patterdale. You know what I mean? I mean, a Patterdale is dinner for a bobcat.
Yeah. Yeah. That wouldn't be
So
good. Yeah.
yeah, anyone, if you want to put something in the chat, ask a question.
Let's see.
Me and Jayden want others. Go get your little red dog. She's in Michigan.
Got you. Message you after.
He's like, I'm on it.
Sir.
I'm on it. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why
Yeah.
not? Now, do you have a what's your when it comes to just training a dog in general, or maybe for game, or just maybe for stamina, or whatever what's your or just in general, what's your favorite type of training for a dog, and and why?
So not a professional. But I just take the experience I have with the ones I had before and just
That's
like
why I say
trial and error,
that's why I say that's why I
Yeah.
always emphasize on the
Got
your, you know what I mean? Because
yeah.
it's you.
But
I'm not asking, you know what I mean, what the experts say.
but like it's certain things that I had to come to learn like these dogs just don't have to know, but it's certain things that they absolutely do have to know. Like my first dog, she was trained in every aspect, in every way on the stop, go, command, on the And it was so much I did with her that I could have took that time and doing practicing, on fur, on getting ready to go on ground, doing, you know what I mean. So I would say right now my main thing when I get a dog, I want to work on recall. Recall is the big thing, especially if I have you like surveying. I like the way I like to take my dogs out, me by myself, the dog, and that's it. I like to go out and I trust myself to keep an eye on my dog more than anybody else, so I can let them go as far as they want to. I put these dogs run off of emotions, and you know what I'm saying, like their instincts. You know what I'm saying? So like as much as you trust them, they're gonna trust you. Like I said, when I got her, it was as hard as it was. I let her off the leash. Like I trust you, and she gave me that same trust back. So we've been locked in like that. So certain things like that, that's taking me this many Patterdales to understand. Okay, if I give a dog that much trust, and like that's something that I had with my first Patterdale that I didn't even know what came from. I just trusted, but I didn't understand in what aspects. Why she she recalled so good, why she learned everything so perfect. That's something I didn't have with a few dogs, a few of them. Like right now, just getting her and being focused on my training, like and everything I want to do with her. Like I plan on doing like scent detection and a lot of work with her and have her doing focus on separate scents and everything. So that's what she's in training for now. So right now, my main focus is recall. Um, I just need eye connection, like eye contact a lot of the time. And she has like a. That's it really. Like I don't expect too much from these dogs. I like a lot of things that people require from these dogs. I think a lot of that is also like if you as a handler handle your dog the right way, a lot of that isn't the issue. Like the only time my dog's on a leash is if I'm in a pet store around a whole bunch of other dogs, and then not dog reactive because I'm on top of them with things like that. That's the only good thing I would ever train a Patterdale for. So like one recall, you got to know how to check. So you got to get them to be able to locate a hole, like go to a hole, check. That at least means put your nose to the hole or put your nose at the hole. So that's one. That took me a while to get them to learn how to do that. I didn't understand that one for a while. Yeah, locating, like recall. That's the number one thing I train for. Checking. It's like in dog reactiveness, like how reactive you are to other dogs, like and people for sure, because like they're cute, and when I have no, but a whole bunch of people who want to touch them, who want to look at them, who scream and get like loud when they're around them, like the kids. My dog's got to know how to handle kids. Not be reactive to other people too much, not be excited to get petted and everything like that. But like I said, not too much.
The
I
whole
like
9 yards.
these dogs. Like I like how excited they get a lot of time. I like if they change, jumping, or running back and forth. I can handle that as a manager. So that's something that I don't see the need to be like trained. I don't care about that too much. Look at them get some energy off.
Do you like to see that in?
Yeah, I do. But I've had dogs that are like day and night, like a nutso, or like that the jag I had back and forth for all day. Don't sit down whatsoever. Like
Yeah, I'm hip. I know.
yeah, Perk. I just had her in my lap, sitting here for like this whole first hour. She just hopped down like 30 minutes ago. Now she's chilling, chasing the cat around. Like these dogs have a lot, like real different tempers. So, like I'm learning that a lot too.
Hold on. She doesn't kill the cat?
Not yet. She's trying. I can tell her like she's sneaking up on him. She's trying, but the cat's also he's smart enough to know. The cat knows Nutso. Nutso's tried to grab him a few times. Nutso's grabbed him up once or twice.
So he...
Didn't get him yet though. Yeah, and that's lucky. If Nutso didn't get you, then you made it. But the cat's smart enough to know to stay around away pretty much. And like she knows she's smart enough now. When she looks at him, she'll look straight at me to see if I'm looking at her to know if she can go towards him.
Yeah.
So surprisingly, she doesn't kill the cat yet. Now, if it was anything else, it would have been gone. Yeah, that's something. That's one thing. I guess that's one thing. I mean, your brother know how to go. Like our women love these cats. You got to. The dogs can't kill these cats no matter what. I don't care what nobody say. Like dog got to be able to cohabitate with like the pets.
Sure. That's for sure. Now, back to the Patterdales, of course. We was talking about now as far as now I never really really ask this question. I got too much into it, but what's your what do you think about as far as stature or like look? Do you care about the look as much as you care about the dog's work ethic?
Not at all. I keep a real ugly dog if it worked real good. I'm not. I like ugly dogs. I keep a real ugly dog if it worked perfect. Dog have an underbite.
No, so it's not
Eye.
50-50. It's
Yeah,
not
it's not
50-50.
50,
Like you want them
no,
to look good but work good. You
no.
rather take you rather take 100% work
100.
good, but they could be the ugliest Patterdale in the world.
It could be the ugliest Patterdale in the world. That would be my claim to fame. I'll just post
Hey,
my Patterdale, and yeah, I'm
yeah,
100% on the
cause,
working side
'cause
though. Like I said, I've had a
yeah,
bunch of pretty Patterdales, but like I said,
mhm.
for now, what if I wanted to get one? I would get like 100% worker.
And that's what we again, that's what we focus on over here. So
Mm-hmm.
sure,
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, we've been on there for an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh man, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all love, man. You got um, you got anything you want to get into before we get up out of here?
Uh, we talked about everything. I don't got nothing else. Yeah, I talked about everything. Nothing other than I
Yeah.
can't wait for
What
the show coming up.
I'm gonna
I'm
ask you, I'm gonna ask you one more question. Your next dog,
mm-hmm.
are you gonna keep that one close or is it gonna? I'm gonna contact you when you be like, I'm gonna hit you up and you'll be like, oh, that dog's with Marshall.
Maybe. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Maybe. Because the way I'm looking right now, I'm real focused on this one over here.
Yeah,
He's looking great.
that's
And like I
another
said,
thing too, as far as working on dogs and taking your
mm,
time to get one dog right before you get the next dog.
exactly. And like I said, having one good dog will go a long way. With these dogs train each other a lot too. Like having one good dog goes a long way than just keep having puppies. And
For
yeah,
sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for
for
sure.
sure. Yeah.
But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Um, bro, I want to thank you for coming through. It's always good to come in here and talk Patterdales. You know, it's Patterdale Talk Wednesdays. We do this. We try to do it every Wednesday, but sometimes it's every other Wednesday because you know, as everyone knows, life comes up sometimes. But Jayden, I want to thank you for coming through. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Much
man.
love.
For
See
sure.
you soon. Let's go out hunting and get that done. But
Sure.
yeah, thank
All
you
right.
for coming through, bro. Appreciate it.
For sure, man. Thank you for having me, man.
No problem, man.
All right.
We'll get you on here again in a couple months after you did got some
I'm
more
gonna come
stories
back
to
for the
tell.
show. I'm gonna come back after the show. I'm gonna have all the trophies here. What is that? 10 of them. I'm gonna have them all right here with the table. I got you.
All
For
right,
sure.
my man. You have a good night. All right,
All
bro.
right. You too, man.
Appreciate
All
you.
right. Appreciate it.